Hello, and welcome to the 2020 Youth Civic Engagement Symposium. My name is Mary Beulah, and I'm the director of Erie Together, a countywide movement that is very focused on helping young people become successful adults. One thing we know that leads to success for both people and for places is civic engagement, or getting involved in your community. There are lots of ways to do that by voting, volunteering, running for public office, or working within government. And that's why Erie Together is again partnering with Gannon University and U.S. Senator Pat Toomey's office to host this symposium. This is our 5th year to hold the event, and our goal is to help students better understand government, community, and the opportunities they have to get involved and make a difference. This year's event is obviously a little different than in years past. While we usually hold the symposium in person, this year we're providing the entire experience virtually. We've split the symposium into a series of segments, each with a different focus. You will see a Constitution skit by Gannon University professors and students, and hear from 4 videotape panels made up of federal, state, county, and local government officials from the executive, legislative, and judicial branches. We'll wrap it all up with a live Q&A session so students can speak with our panelists and have their questions answered. We wouldn't have been able to pull this off without the generosity of National Fuel Gas Company Foundation, who, for the 2nd year in a row, has underwritten the cost of videotaping, or without the dedication and professional assistance from Community Access Media, who did an excellent job in capturing the speakers and pulling all the videos together. I know I speak for our entire planning team when I say how grateful we are to them and to our tremendous speakers who made this year's symposium possible. In closing, I'd also like to thank Gannon University and Senator Pat Toomey's office for the time and effort they put in to make today's event a success. And on behalf of Erie Together and all our partners, we hope you enjoy the program as much as we've enjoyed putting it together this year.
Hello there. My name is Keith Taylor, and I am the president of Gannon University, and it is my pleasure to welcome you as we celebrate Constitution Day through the 2020 Youth Civic Engagement Symposium. This is a day to reflect on the importance of being an active and engaged citizen, recognizing the ongoing strength of our Constitution and reaffirming our commitment to the rights and obligations of citizenship in America. Gannon's mission reflects our commitment to the development of socially responsible global citizens, individuals who are willing and able to take their social responsibilities seriously and to act and lead in ways which benefit not only the greater good, but also our entire global community. Gannon University is located in the city of Erie, an urban core of activity authorized through our U.S. Constitution. The federal courthouse, the county courthouse, and city hall are all situated within a block radius of Gannon's Old Main. What a fantastic environment in which to live and learn and to come to recognize the important role each individual plays in the success of our society. Our students, faculty, and staff have taken on the charge of their responsibility as citizens and have been living out this charge these past several weeks on a practical level. We've all been following the established protocols, protecting each other and fulfilling our individual responsibilities towards supporting the safety and well-being of our community during this COVID-19 pandemic. We, the people, have created our own and owned our set of high expectations as responsible citizens. I imagine our founding fathers would be amazed that the Constitution is as important to us today as it was to them 233 years ago. The preamble declares who is enacting this Constitution: the people of the United States. The Constitution is owned, so to speak, by the people, not by the government or any branch of the government. We, the people, are the stewards of the U.S. Constitution and remain ultimately responsible for its continued existence and its faithful interpretation. I'd like to thank our partners, Erie Together and U.S. Senator Pat Toomey's office, on this incredible series. I also want to thank you for your understanding the importance of our Constitution and why we must constantly remind ourselves that without action, bringing our Constitution to life, it remains merely a piece of historic paper kept neatly and safely behind a glass display in Washington, D.C. Gannon is proud to be part of this event and to be passionately developing socially responsible citizens at a time when these virtues are so critically needed in our country. And now, I am sure you will enjoy this special performance written, produced, and brought to you by our amazing faculty and students. We continue to hold in reverence our U.S. Constitution as a crucial founding document meant to help establish a more perfect union, and we may ever strive for inclusion, solidarity, and respect for all. Be safe, and God bless.
Welcome to the Youth Civic Symposium 2020. A Constitution Carol is our homage to the classic tale of Scrooge mashed up with Constitution Day. While we're trying to have fun with the topic, our regard for the Constitution is quite serious. We are the lucky stewards of the world's oldest living Constitution. We hope you enjoy the show.
Oh no, tomorrow's September 17th. It's Constitution Day. I totally forgot to prepare my report on the importance of the US Constitution. What a stupid assignment. What a dreadfully dumb day. We're in the midst of a global pandemic. There's strife in the American streets. The presidential election makes my parents fight and Instagram angry. Constitution Day? A report? In terms of made-up holidays, Constitution Day stinks. On Labor Day, you get to have off from school. On Halloween, you get to get candy. On Valentine's Day, you get to smooch your sweetheart. And for Constitution Day, you get to write a report. I'm going to bed. I wish Constitution Day never existed.
Ebenezer, your country wants you. Ebenezer, your uncle is calling.
Is someone calling my name?
Ebenezer, you need to get up.
Uncle Sam? This has to be a nightmare. What's going on?
Okay, 2020 has been a nightmare. It's been rough on my body politic, if you know what I mean. But you just made it a lot worse. You know that little wish you just had before going to bed? What you didn't know is that onesie you're wearing is a magical onesie. You mess with the cosmos. You change the space-time continuum. And it came true. We no longer have the Constitution.
Sweet, I don't have to do my report.
You're not going to have to do a lot of things. Trust me, you really mess with stuff. Come with me, I'm going to show you. September 17th, Constitution Day, you change the past, the present, and the future.
I'm really not supposed to sneak out. Does my magical onesie have powers over my calculus test?
Welcome to Constitution Day 1789.
I am not throwing away my shot. I am just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot, George Washington.
Alexander Hamilton? Oh my gosh, I loved your musical. You're one of my heroes. But why are you singing to a bust of George Washington?
Ebenezer. When the Congress refused to ratify the Federalist Papers, they also refused to ratify the Constitution. And all I have left in this world is my bust of George Washington. You see, without a Constitution, without a Bill of Rights, and a responsible Congress, our great democratic experiment has gone off the rails. Our Constitution was designed to guarantee individual rights, and through ordered liberty and my own personal brilliance, America was destined to become a beacon for those seeking a better life and yearning to be free. Instead, what has happened under President Burr is our individual rights have been quashed, our great democratic experiment is all in question, and so I sit at home with George and I sing a song to a musical that is yet to be written.
President Burr? This is awful. He doesn't even believe in anything. He only wants power. He wants to destroy you. This is terrible. How is Lin-Manuel Miranda gonna write a song about that? What will America be like without its Constitution?
Look, Ebenezer, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. It won't look good. You know, America, it's like, sometimes it's gonna be okay. Sometimes we'll go 8-8, right? We're gonna be the Cleveland Browns of the Western Hemisphere. We're gonna have the Baltimore Ravens to the north, the Pittsburgh Steelers to the south, and we have the Bengals. They're like Russia, and we can always beat the Bengals at home. But all in all, what's gonna happen is there are going to be no longer guaranteed rights. The democratic experiment is gonna go off the rails, and I'm gonna sit at home alone with my bust of George Washington.
I feel bad for Alexander, but Constitution Day is still a silly made-up holiday.
Well, welcome to Constitution Day 2020.
Give us the vote! Out of the kitchen and into the voting booth. Give women the vote! President Bieber, give us the vote!
Excuse me, are you a suffragette? As in someone going to a protest to get the right to vote for women? I thought we said we were going to 2020. 2020 is supposed to be the centennial of women gaining the right to vote. Wait, President Bieber? As in Justin Bieber? Is Haley Baldwin the First Lady? What's going on?
I'm going to a protest so that women can finally get the right to vote. It's 2020. Can you believe we still don't have the right to cast a vote for the Biebs? I mean, in Biebs we trust and all that, but I'd still like a chance to cast a ballot. Canadian women got the right to vote last year. Biebs was president up there for 8 years, and then he decided to try it down here.
Wait, it's 2020 and women don't have the right to vote? And you can be president of Canada and the United States?
Yeah, your little wish really screwed things up. So, granted, in the beginning, the United States experiment was flawed. We had slavery. Men and women without property couldn't vote. But it was inspirational and inspired movements all around the globe. Without the Constitution, no inspiration. They got stunted and died. And we got President Bieber, who's been all right. He did some decent things in Canada, but you did this.
A president has that much power? Justin Bieber, with the power to grant and deny whole groups of people the right to vote?
El Presidente, his most high Biebs, has the will of the people in mind. He will give us the right to vote, and as long as we cast our vote for him, he'll protect women's rights. Unless his next album doesn't go platinum, then he might get mad and take it away. Look, Ebenezer, I don't enjoy these choices either, but this is the only way for us to get women's political equality. And Baby is a pretty catchy national anthem. Baby, 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 ooh, I thought you'd always be mine. Oh, for you, I would have done whatever, and I just can't.
This is truly terrible, and Justin Bieber was fine when I was like 8, but as president, one person has that much power?
If only there was a political document restraining executive power. If only there were a balance of powers between 3 co-equal branches. If only there were a constitution that both gave Americans a vigorous executive branch and checked its powers. If we'd had something like that in 1787, women would have gotten the right to vote immediately.
Yeah, but Uncle Sam, this is awful. The magic onesie, I'm not ready for this awful responsibility. I should have gotten the maple leaf jammies.
Welcome to Constitution Day of the future.
Let's see, I have the Rock's tooth cleaning at noon, Katy Perry's root canal at 5, that'll be fun. And then I guess I'll, in between, just cry about my life and the sorry state of the world.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. You're Taylor Swift. I love your music. You Need to Calm Down is my anthem.
No, I am Dr. Swift, dentist to the stars. I no longer sing. I no longer dance. Ever since the Biebs One Music America Act, I am retired. forcibly. The Beebs understands there can only be one entertainer at a time. Can you believe that we used to have multiple people singing and dancing and providing entertainment for the masses? How confusing. The Emperor Beebs has shown us a better way. I do so enjoy being a dentist to the stars. Writing your own music and performing it in front of millions of adoring fans, weighing in on the political issues of the day. What a waste. Come on, T-Swift, you gotta shake it up, shake it up.
What? How can there be a law that limits your right to sing and express yourself? The First Amendment guarantees freedom of speech. How can we let a two-bit, pipsqueak, over-tattooed Canadian come in and take all of our most basic human rights? T-Swizzle, mobilize the Swifties and march on Washington.
Washington, you mean Justinville? If you march against the Beebs, horrible things will happen. They'll take you to Kanye's Wyoming ranch. You'll be re-educated in the ways of the Beeb. You'll have to sing, baby, 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 ew, all day, every day, for 6 months. It is an unspeakable horror.
I don't have words. The Constitution guarantees freedom of speech. The Constitution would never allow for such basic violations of human dignity. Separation of powers, checks and balances, the right to assemble, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Term limits on President Bieber. This is a dystopian nightmare. George Orwell couldn't have dreamt a more terrible future.
Orwell? I think I'm giving him a crown on the second. Look, Ebenezer, in a world under the dictatorial thumb of the grand poobah of the Western Hemisphere, the all-powerful Beebs, you have to stay silent. Camp Kardashian knows no mercy.
No, I'm sorry, Uncle Sam. I reversed my wish. I love Constitution Day. I'm conjuring all of the powers of my magical American flag onesie. In the name of the baby Yoda, I say it's Leviosa, not Leviosa. The Constitution, it's back. What a horrible nightmare. What a stupid dream. Uncle Sam, Alexander Hamilton, suffragette, T-Swizzle, I'm Constitution Day Scrooge, no more.
Uncle Sam here, uncle to all of you, by the way. We got to have some fun here today. We were silly, we got to scare a kid with time travel, we had a nice little sketch. But there's a serious side of this too, okay? The Constitution is important. That's what today's all about. You know, this is a document that has withstood the test of time, and trust me, our past wasn't perfect. You know, there were dark spots in our history. There were bumps in the road. The Constitution remained. It is strong because what it instills in the country. It stands up against tyranny, stands up against abuse of power, and it gives us checks and balances. It gives us the ability of self-government, and it gives us freedoms. I think those freedoms are most easily seen in the Bill of Rights, right? Freedom of assembly, freedom of religion, freedom of speech, even if it's not something you agree with. It's something we could all get behind, right? And that's what's important about the Constitution. Everyone can have their own interpretation, and that's okay, that's healthy. But we're all united, especially today when differences are so easily seen with partisanship. We can all stand together and embrace the Constitution as Americans. And that really what brings me to my ultimate point. You all. You are the future. We need you to become engaged and uphold that Constitution for our future. Federal, state, local, any kind of government that affects our communities, you're going to be carrying that torch. We all want you.